with the king. It was a conflict with the Palestine-Israel issues, and in this moment, I have 14 years old, and this is the time that I enter to the militantism, to the activism, because it was a lot of things happening in the college. There was a lot of things happening in political issues, repression. It was oil problems in the world, the Palestinian issue, the war with Israel in the Arab world, Sahara, and those give push me in my life. It was a turning point in it, because before that I was like somebody who's don't know where we're going, like for the teenager, because it was a time. For my life, it was turning in another way for it.
So you became active at the age of 14.
14. I became feeling politics, feeling social, feeling issues that, okay, there is something else in my life, because I was just a student, go to school, having fun, playing football, playing sports, but he said, oh, there is something else that happening in my country. It's important, it's happening in the world, it's happening, and this time changed my life for until now.
But what was your family background? What do your parents do?
My family background, I have a mother who comes from a big family. She is doing clothes. She do clothes. My father was a driver, taxi driver, in that time, and after he changed from taxi driver to working in a company, and he became also working in the union activist. Until now, he had 75 years old, but he's still active in the union. My mother was coming from a family who a lot of her brothers and sisters are intellectuals. They study, because after the independence, they were studying. There was a had diplomas, and governor, ambassadors in the world. And the family of my mother is like more intellectuals than the family of my father. My father was people were working hard, trade. They do trade, traveling, traveling in Morocco to sell things. And my mother is another life. It's another issues. It's more quiet, more intellectuals, more fancy. This is my father and mother background.
But then, as a child, you were exposed to some radicalism, or you were in. I mean, how would you explain this turn at the age of 14?
The explains it's a revolt. There is some teenagers do a revolt against their families about the tradition and the control of the parents. My revolt was against the system. Was against the political of the king. It was against the politicals of Israel, because we saw that what happened in Israel and all the war in 73, 74, and all the issues in Morocco. It was a lot of repression. It was my feeling. It was my feeling that I'm not radical. I don't like to be radical, but I was, in my life, I said, this is the way that I want to live. I have a sister who she is not activist. She is humanitarian, but she do medicine. My brother, he don't care about all that issues. He's an engineer, and me, I was like in revolt. I do human science. You know, this is, you know, how your life change. And in the beginning, I want to be pilot of the. I was working to be. I was in school. I was good in mathematics and everything, but I changed everything to economy and politics and sociology and history. I feel this is the way, and this time of my life changed all this part of science, and this is why I do that. But I'm not radical. I don't like to be radical.
So you have one brother and one sister.
Yeah.
And you are in the middle, or you are the youngest?
I am the chief.
The chief, the eldest.
I am the oldest. Yes.
Yes. So could you describe what happened when you were 14? Maybe give us some more background and also of the kind of what activities you were involved in.
I was involved in the college. We had it's a union of students. Belong to the university, but there was a current in the university that they are working in the college to mobilize and the youth that are coming to the university. I entered to that movement to be involved, and this is my first meetings and having meetings. It was not open meeting. It's underground meeting. You have a message to go. You cannot be, because it was years of repression in Morocco. It was a lot of arrestations and everything. And we, the college students, change the documents, go to put it in the party. You know, we do like we're like express delivery for the biggers, because it was like we're working underground, and the teenagers would easy to go everywhere, because they are not they have no, like what said, we are not pointed. We are not, the people don't know us. We don't have any card.
So you was, but when you were 14, you were in college, so you were not yet in university.
No.
It's like the middle school.
Yeah, it's a middle school. It was like 14. It was like in the college, preparing the degrees and everything to go to the university after 3 years, because university is 18 years old, 17 years old. But I passed it in 18 years old. But in that time, 14, 15, 16, we were more active, because we go to the university, we go to the meeting, we mobilize, we do a lot of strikes in the schools about the privatization of school, against the privatization of school, about the changing the curriculum, about the, you know, all what happened in the college. I was fighting against the Ministry of Education, and we do a lot. Like I remember in '76, we spent like 3 months strike in the college. There was it's different than now, because for example, when it was the war in Palestine with the Palestinian Israeli in '73, for example, we in the schools we do strikes every day for Palestine. We do a manifestation in the school, in the street, in everywhere, and it gives us more power to continue. And I was 14, and I was with people bigger than me, and you know, and I don't feel the difference, because we don't have any kind of it's the leader. We have no leader. Everybody was leader, because it was only teenager. And that gave us in 16, 17, and 77, 67, 76. It was more interesting because in that time we approached the university, and this time it gave us more contact with the Union of Students, and also with all what happened in Iran, for example, in 78, with the revolution of Khomeini. You know, all that moment put something in your life, you know. It gives you like a thinking about why it's good what Khomeini do. Because it was against the Shah of Iran, it was out for our things. It was against the against kingdom. You want a how do you call it? Republic. You want a republic. We want, and what happened in Iran said good, but after 78, 79, when we saw that the Muslims and you must have a tradition, forestation, repression in Iran, said, oh, this is no good. It's another kingdom. It's not the same that the one we want. No, at that time, you, like young people, you do you analyze the situation, and you said, okay, now what we can do? What can we do in Morocco if we do a revolution and having no king? Who will govern? Army? Military, militia, guerrillas? If these guerrillas coming from where? It gives you, like a boy, you know, all this imagination, and it gives you also thinking about, because I was in the left side, Marx, Lenin, Mao, but we were more in the current of Mao than the Lenin and the Russia and the communists. We're different. We feel more near to the Maoist thinking than the Marx thinking. You feel that, okay, what Mao about the revolution from what do you call it, rural areas. This is because this is the base, and we criticize because we saw the Russian with Stalin, with Lenin, and what happened with Trotsky, and every current on that issue said, why people are split in a lot of current? Why we are like we have a proverb in Arabic. We said we are few, and we are few. How we can be? We are we are few, and why you want to split? We are few in that world, and you want to split another few. This is our theory. That must be all together. You must find solution. You must find dialogue. You must find something to work. And this is why I said, okay, maybe with the Maoism, it's the issue. And like I said, you are like you said, okay, Maoism is good, and we still Maoist. 76, 77, 78, until 84, 85, 86, 87. I think we feel that Maoism is the way, but Maoism in Moroccan style, not Maoism in the Chinese style, that we don't have the same culture, we don't have same issues, and we think that we must work in the rural areas because this is the idea, but with another approach, not giving people the same culture, because we have a lot of culture in Morocco, and we're giving two chance to everybody to be in that. And like this in 85, 86. I said, okay, no Maoism, no communism, no capitalism. We must work with the people, work with for the issues, work for the for helping the people, discussing with the people living in the rural areas, helping to build something new. What is the new? The new is to work on something with a movement, because nobody can govern, nobody can be chief, nobody can be president, nobody can be leader if you don't have the people with you. You don't have not people following you, no. People that they having the four things: education, health, house, and eat, work. This is, if the people don't have these four things, this is the beginning of his life, of the life of everybody. If you come to the rural area and you find people eating bread with tea all the day, and you say to him, what do you eat today? Bread and tea with some oil. Tomorrow is the same. He don't eat no meat, no eggs, nothing to give him. And you see the people living in the poverty. They tell you, it's no communism can change that, no capitalism can change. Must be another thing, another way. It's how these people can be, like I said, can be autonomous in his rural area, because he loves to live in his mountains. Don't want to go to the city. He will love to be in his nearby his ocean. He don't want to go to the city. He want to work with his fish or his cow or his lambs. This is people. People need that. If people are there, they will stay home. They will take his land. He was working his land, but you must just give him a help to help him with cooperatives, to help him. Just one story. There is a woman. She was poor, really poor, in the region of Marrakesh, and we were in a mission with a group, and we met this woman, and said, "What you are doing?" I said, now I'm just I'm doing this butter and some oil, some milk, and I sell it in the road. I said, okay, how much money you do? 5 dirhams, 10 dirhams, like about €1 a day. Oh, don't want to make more? I said, yes. And we try to tell her, if you have like 3 or 4 friends of you that they are doing other things, we can help you. I said, what? Okay. She called 5 or 6 women in the area. When they do the same issues, eggs, butter, milk, and we help them to have a machine to do the milk, to do with the yogurt, with the butter and everything, and they sell it in the market. She, from 10 dirhams, she had 50 dirhams. Then for her, 10 dirhams, 50 dirhams, it's a week food, and she can do it one day. She forgot to go to the city. She is more happy because she is not waiting for somebody to work in with him. And this is what people need to be just helped, just pushed up a little bit. And we in the cities discussing politics, Maoism, Marxism, everything, and we do nothing because people need to move, and it's not with discourse. People must move with things that came from them. not coming from you to give it to them, or to giving them the hope that one day it will be a republic, or this is will come when their children go to school. They will come when their children had health, go to the hospital. Will come when they have a house, clean, can sleep in it, and have his family in it. Not living under the tents and living with all this rain in it and poor. And this is, I think, this is my second turning over in my life. And after that, we go to 20 years old, for 24, 25, 26. It's the contact of another culture, Europe, Canada, Americans, all the immigrants from Africa, from China, from Hong Kong, from the world. And now you have another thing. It's your confrontation with your ideas, with the others. Because before it was confronting your people with what you learn about Mao, what we learn about Marx in your country. Now you are in another life with another people living from other side, with other culture, with other tradition, and confronted your idea with their ideas. They take from you and you take from them, but we had the same output. It's to change the world, to change the way that we are living, to change the way that they are consuming, to change the way that we are living. In issues. This is the living. And another example. When I was here in Morocco, I was against having a car. Car for me, it was capitalism. Having a car is a capitalism. Having a driver license, it's a capitalism, because you must do other things. I stayed in my life like this until 35 years old. And I do my driver license. This is another change. Because for me, I understand it's not capitalism, it's not for sure, but it helps when somebody, you are in the rural area and you have somebody ill and they have no ambulance and you have a car, you help a lot of people. You know, this is a lot of things gives you have like a, you know, you have an idea, you have an idea like a final idea, but human being must everything learn from his life, daily life. And your daily life give you, if you understand what you had yesterday, you can be better tomorrow. You can be better tomorrow because you learn. If you don't think about yesterday, you cannot learn, because yesterday gives you background to the way that you use that, the way that you think, that this is all change little bit by little bit, and to become sage in the end. Become sage, more cool. I was somebody who was nervous. I was always now I'm more, I become old, I am more diplomat.
But could you tell us a bit more about what problem did you have about Maoism in Moroccan style?
The Maoism in Moroccan style, you know, we were few. Okay? We were few. We were few, and in this few, we were split. You know? We were split because we were not real Maoists. We have the idea of the Maoism to come from the rural area, but we don't have money. We don't have people with us. And how I can go to the mountains who I don't know and speak with the people, believe me, we will change this. People don't care about that. People, like I said, they want to have to eat, to sleep, to have his own things. This is the rural area. We have, like a China, we have a tradition in the rural area. People like to live in the rural areas because they live simply. And you want to do revolution for what? To give him what? To give him the cities? They don't want cities. They want to live in the lands. And it was like a hope coming from the city, coming from because you learn, because you read books, because you see the revolution in the 60s of Mao, because you learn about what happened. But when you do and you analyze what the Chinese live under Mao, with all the skills, because you are not with us, when you see what happened in Russia, what you see what happened in Cuba, and what you see what happened with Americans, and all that said, this is all for the ideology. And you see what happened in Iran. You know, every part of your life gives you thinking that the people must change themselves by themselves. Give them just the way. There is no Maoism, there is no ideology. The ideology it's easy. The ideology, it's an ideology of the people who are living. You don't have to have a canvas, something in a, like a square that you must not, oh no, don't go this part. Oh no, you are capitalist. Oh no, you are, we are splitting ourselves and forgetting to change this world. We can spend 10 years with meetings, we can never do nothing. You spend 10 years with the people living in the rural area, you change a lot of things for their living. This is, I think, why the difficulty is to have this Maoism, because it's just a dream that change nothing. And in a sense, what we do is just like a brainstorming. We are just brainstorming. And when you sit down and you see, oh, I think this is the way. There is no Marxism, nothing. See how the people living in the neighborhoods, in the Medina, in the same street, like 10 houses. People cleaning their street, painting it, giving you, you don't have salt, you go, please give me some salt, please give me, this is life. When you enter with life, with Islam, with Christianism, with Maoism, for me, everything finished with ism is bullshit.
Maybe you could tell us a bit about the exile. Yeah, but then before that, then just now you were saying that you're against different ideologies in the name of isms, but at the same time you are against capitalism too. So you still would subscribe to some of the ideas, some of the analysis of Marxism or Maoism or communism?
Yeah. I'm not saying that this is all. It's nothing. All these ideologies help you to analyze the life that you want to do, analyze the way that you are thinking, build your mind, build your analysis to life, and gives you background. All that is good. It's important for a human being to learn all this. This is the power to learn to do a construction of your body, of your mind. It's really important. But I don't think, maybe it's a mix of Maoism, communism, it's all this mix, Islamism, all the history of ideology gives you a thing that you can think and analyze, and having a better, like I said, a better way to think and to develop yourself and develop the people around you. Help think right, you know, this is help. It's grow. People grow with it. This is really, really important, I think. It's not a split. It's not a cut. It's just, you must take. I cannot be in all my life in the same ideology. You must grow with your ideology. You must adapt your ideology to the life you are living. You cannot asking to be like America or Canada or China. You are living in the country that have tradition, that you have respect, that you have to manage everything and go in a way that gives you life more easy. And yeah.
And in the Eurocentric world, Islam is very often demonized. But for you, so what are the elements from Islam that you could be using in your? So, for example, what are the elements in Islam that you find relevant to your pursuit for a better world?
Yeah, for the ideology of Islam, if you take it the easiest way, it's a community. You can live in a community, respect, having, you know, the spirit of having, you know, temples, moment of spiritual endormatoire, as I said, to be relaxed, to gives you helping the people nearby you, thinking about your neighborhood, you're thinking about the situation. This is things from Islam that I like to transform, to live with, because it's a good things. I'm not with this Islam who, for example, impose, no, don't do that because that it's hell or paradise. There is no hell and paradise. It is, you are in this world to do things good. Help, you think, you don't forget. This is the good Islam. Not Islam is not to scared people. If you don't do that, God, you. But in the Islam, God don't do it to you. He's a blesser. He can bless you. He can forgive you. But the human being don't forgive. You know? And they speak about the name of this religion. This is the difference. This is, I think, better to have what you want. This spirit of Islam, this spirit of living with sharing. This is good. This is what I like from Islam. But not to be putting things like this and stopping people and scaring people. This is for me, it's the best way to live it.
So could you say something about the exile?
Oh, exile is long. Exile is life of my life. Half of my life. What I spend in exile, it's more than I spend in Morocco. It's a long story.
Well,
can we continue later
yes.
about the other part, the exile?
Yeah. Okay, since we are still in the question about change, so what do you see as some of the main agenda for change in Moroccan society?
The agenda?
For change. But what I also found very interesting from what you just said is your insistence that people should be able to live in the rural or without being pushed into the cities. And I think that is something, I don't know whether that is something that is also shared by the younger people, or whether the whole idea of developmentalism is not yet so entrenched in Moroccan society.
I think, the people living in the problem, it's the politics. The politics, you remember in the 70s, 80s, the UN, the United Nations, the World Bank, it's the production. You know, bringing the people to the city to work, bringing the people to build, and also at the same time, for the Moroccan government, it was bringing the people in the city. It means controlling it, because there is no control for the people living in the rural areas. There is no control. There is nothing. They have no car. They married without no paper. They don't believe in the system. They are in their system. The people until now, the young people like to be living in the rural area, but they need some material. They need to live. They need to have things to help them to stay. Because when you are spending your day and nothing to do, said, "Oh, I'm going to the city to find something to do." This is why because we don't develop the rural area. We don't help them to stay there, give them grains and trees and water and electricity to stay there, to build themselves. They are bright. They know the weather, they know the stars, they know the trees. When they speak with the trees, you know, when the wind is like this, you know, the wind is coming from where? He knows, go to school. But he knows these things. And helping their children to go to school, having an hospital nearby. No, you cannot put hospitals everywhere, but facilitating their living. They will never go to the city, younger or older, never. I know a guy in my part of my house in the mountains. He don't want to go to the city. When he go to the city, he's sick. When he return back in the mountains, he feel free. He do nothing, just sitting and contemplating the mountains. Hours and hours and hours. And he's happy. When he goes to the city, he feel like in the rooms, and a lot of them are like this. I think, but life is difficult. Cannot live easy in the rural area in Morocco.
And what percentage of the population is
in
still rural?
Beginning of 2000, the last statistics, it's about 60% living in the rural areas.